Magic is freaky. Luckily, I'm a freaky guy. Repeating the same task over and over gets boring. Our monkey brains hate monotony. We were built to swing around trees, not engage the Ultra Sigma male grind set. I want to appease my ape ancestors. I want that sweet, sweet neuron activation. I hereby make a binding vow for this video. The only wand I will use is the starter wand. The blue one, not the red one. Some see the blue pill as accepting a life in blissful ignorance. I disagree. When you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up. I awaken with my starter wand and a ball of acid, to be consumed if captured by any enemies of state. Noita is a simulator, a sandbox if you will. Every run is different, every run is unique. That's why I found myself above a large reservoir of toxic sludge. Using my top 2% intelligence, I decide to use the happy juice to burn the funnel for the lake to drain. However, I do not recommend this, as playing with acid with no PPE is a very poor idea. I buzz around aimlessly, like a child without their ADHD medication. In the mines you'll find individuals with no sense of personal safety and about a bajillion spiders. Realizing my spindly little baby wand is no match for the Human Torch, I courageously run away to the exit portal. Yes, I might need to explain this part. You might remember to mention the perks and spell swapping. With few exceptions, here in the Goon Cave is the only place to build wands and purchase perks. If I want to survive, I have to get creative. I have to master my chi, unlock my inner eye, lighten my soul. I purchase the chainsaw and double cast perks, and format them in a spell loop list. I call it the Splooger. No one can withstand the sploogening. Despite my genius, this wand is still too weak. If I want to survive the later floors, I need far more powerful spells. Splooger in hand, I make my way towards the fungal caverns, a significantly more difficult biome, a significantly more rewarding biome. Much of my time here is spent ducking and peeking, yet like a League of Legends player, my blatant disregard for my own health is rewarded. I pick up a wand from a pile of blood, and a health upgrade from a ledge. I open the chest and crinkle my diaper. Now sitting in a pile of filth, I decide to ignore the sunk cost fallacy and leave. A decision that I've come to regret, as the next Goon Cave had no useful spells for me. Everything sold either cost too much mana or was just not usable for 3 capacity wands. Immediately after leaving, I was ganging up by an entire team of Engies. I was no match for their level 3 sentries, already losing half of my health within the first 10 seconds. I escaped and was gunned down in the streets. Thus was the first run. I have a question for you. Have you ever heard of the Bannister effect? I've gotten far. I know it can be done. Maybe there is no skill barrier, rather a psychological barrier that binds me. My third eye has been opened. Taking both Dayquil and NightQuil to fuel my gaming spirit, I start the second run. I begin with a bottle of unknown liquid in a dream. Not even 2 steps in, I find a rock that, through the power of friendship, bestows me immunity to fire. Like a pit bull chasing after a school bus, I prowl down the hallways, leaving cadavers behind me. I'm forced to relent after a level 1 goblin blasted me in the face with a shotgun. My next Goon Cave is subpar, leaving me to purchase spells that might or might not come in handy in the future. Afterwards, I install a GPS in my skull and head to the coal pits. My inhuman nature is immediately beneficial, as I find a wand shortly after descending. Moving to the left, I fight a pregnant mother who has mastered the sacred art of lobbing infants. An act so terrifying that I explode a canister of 235 of uranium in my face. Having no health insurance, I decide to descend into the next level. This next level will be difficult. We've already established miniguns are not conducive to my long-term health. As a child, I would sing "Rain, rain, go away, come back another day." That day is today. My only issue in the snowy caverns is the CSGO snipers taking potshots at me from across the map. Much to my chagrin, I get no-scoped and shot back 10 feet. I can only hope I don't end up in an epic emoji sniper montage. I cannot complain too much. I take great joy in watching my rain cloud smite my enemies. Sometimes I even do it myself. Exploring these caves is tricky. Nearly every enemy has a ranged attack. I recommend playing the waiting game. The natural progression from killing my enemies in the cold cave is to follow them home and kill them there. I will describe the hissy base as slightly concerning. They have a tendency to leave large piles of explosives laying on the floor. At least the fireworks were nice. By the time I left, there were large pools of blood in every other room. I can only describe the underground jungle as a very minor case of a severe panic attack. The first enemy I saw picked up a wand from the ground and summoned an eldritch horror right in front of me. I survived because I'm an alpha wizard, and decided to drop like a brick into the next goon portal. My only memory from the vault is trapping myself under a pile of rebar, running away, and then getting shot in the back. The experience from getting gunned down in the streets twice has only emboldened my flame of ambition. After nearly drowning myself, I decide to be a little more cautious. Already in the goon cave, I once again mustered my genius into my craft. I decided to create a basic wand that would shoot a magic arrow surrounded by fireballs. Nothing groundbreaking. I don't need to be inventive. I just need to survive. Grabbing fire immediately so I don't die from self-inflicted burns, I head down to the coal pits. Like before, I move to my left, seeking powerful wands from the fungal caverns. The new wand is already working. After getting bitch slapped by a floating squid, immolation is very satisfying. While I am fireproof, I am not bulletproof. I am forced to use the power of gravity to take potshots at best friend 1 and best friend 2. Eventually, I do end the friendship, and then I steal the wand they were guarding, and I realize how exactly I'm going to die this run. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then you will know in about 2 minutes. I finish ransacking the local gas station and make my way back to the goon portal. Here, I decide to reshuffle my wand. I submit my new lightning bolt spell as a centerpiece of my weapon. On my way out, I grab unlimited spells for a potentially better wand in the future. On second thought, maybe I should switch back. I don't want to die just yet. I take a swig of my teleport potion and spawn in front of a goblin with a shotgun. After making my displeasure known, I wander around, hunting for new wands. I will admit, these snowy caverns are pretty scary. I just saw a goblin turn into an ice cube underneath a massive tank of acid, while standing next to a bottle of acid. A worrying amount of acid. Anyways, after picking up a wand that shoots, to my complete lack of surprise, more acid, I shoot a propane tank to show everyone I don't care for their feelings. I mean, they must love these things. They're everywhere. With no more propane tanks, I decide to head to the source, the land where they all come from, the hissy base. Now, before I enter their compound, I'm faced with a problem. I don't think my wand is strong enough to fight them, and I don't want to use the lightning spell as the base is made out of metal. I think back to the coal pits, to the pregnant mother throwing a child at me. A flash of inspiration strikes. Normally these summon eggs are consumable, but thanks to my unlimited spells, they are infinite. I stick one on my wand with the long distance cast modifier, so I may birth my children through walls. Feeling ready, I take another sip of my teleport potion and appear in between an MLG sniper and a minigun. I both run away and rapidly give birth at the same time, crawling into a small hole where I can watch my children mutilate my enemies. For some reason, my well-honed tactic of endless mobs does not work against a machine gun. A little bit concerned, I decide to run away while everyone's struggling to move in a pile of corpses. Seeing that for some reason, everyone shoots me and not my army of children, I chug the rest of the teleport juice in an attempt to escape. Yep, I got pranked right at the end. Only at 1 HP, I crawl my way towards the exit portal, hoping I'm not shot in the back a third time. Alright, I need a strong wand. I just won't survive these next floors without one. A billion eggs didn't work, so it's time to go back to the basics. It's time for the underground jungle. This wand is incredibly dangerous. Luckily, it's far more dangerous to them than me. The jungle was uneventful. An enemy would see me, rush me, and then I would disintegrate them. After making a brief visit to the fungal caverns, I decided to head back and enter the goon portal. Here I headed to the perks, rerolled and saw gamble, which would give me 2 perks. Some perks can be bad, really bad, but I decided to risk the rest of the run. Well, blood money isn't bad. Really, my wand is simple, but strong. I can't complain. A poor benefit, but a benefit nonetheless. So the vault. I have so many fond memories of this place. Now, I'm the one doing the killing. I have to be careful. The vault is made out of metal. If one wrong lightning bolt and I would fry myself. Most of my foes fall after one, maybe 2 lightning bolts. And when they don't, they get stun locked until they do. Not wanting to push my luck, I descend to the next level. Here I grab a perk for some other source of damage besides my wand. The enemies here, fellow wizards, are terrifying. I spent 3 minutes getting chased by a floating rock, which then turned into 2 rocks. I ran away, nearly getting crushed by the ceiling in the process. I continued to run, cornering myself above a pit of lava. The rocks came for me. I fought back bravely, but in the end, I was pushed into the lava, meeting my end. Yep, that's it. I had fun with this challenge. Feel free to try yourself. But now, I think I'm going to see what those spiders from the mines are doing.